再过3年，我们会怀念这段时光的，充满了戏剧性哦，还有各种好消息和廉价的笑声。一觉醒来，至少3个好消息吧。第一个，全世界都知道中美谈得还不错。10月16日，最新一轮吉隆坡经贸磋商，中方披露，双方进行了深入坦诚的讨论和交流。李成钢对记者的表态有2句话，尤其内涵丰富。第一句，中美双方就此进行了建设性的探讨，美方表达立场是强硬的，中方维护利益是坚定的。什么意思？谁都不是善茬。第二句，经过1天多的非常紧张的讨论，中美双方就上述这些议题建设性的探讨了一些妥善处理双方关注的方案，形成了初步共识。下一步，各自将会履行内部报批程序。再次重复建设性探讨，强调达成了初步共识。接下来是内部审批。看新华社的通稿，何立峰副总理还表态，中美经贸磋商成果来之不易，需要双方共同维护，希望美方与中方相向而行，进一步积累互信，管控分歧，拓展互利合作，推动双边经贸关系不断迈向更高水平。请注意，对美方提了要求，还要推动双边经贸关系更上一层楼。美国更乐观，美国财长贝森特已经开始各种吹嘘，更期待接下来的中美峰会，这对美国公民、农民和整个国家来说都是一件好事。
昨天以及今天，中美双方经贸团队在吉隆坡就双方关注的经贸议题进行了深入、坦诚的讨论和交流。双方的讨论包括众多的议题，比如双方各有关注的出口管制议题、对等关税进一步更长时间展期问题、芬太尼关税和芬太尼禁毒合作问题、进一步扩大贸易问题、美方301船舶收费相关措施问题等等。中美双方就此进行了建设性的探讨，美方表达立场是强硬的，中方维护利益是坚定的。经过1天多的非常紧张的讨论，中美双方就上述这些议题建设性的探讨了一些妥善处理双方关注的方案，形成了初步共识。下一步，各自将会履行内部报批程序。
说一个小插曲，与中美经贸谈判似乎无关，也似乎有关。主持人连线贝森特询问，咖啡价格上涨了19%，牛肉价格上涨了近15%，培根价格上涨了近6%，这只是其中几个例子。那么什么时候所有食品杂货价格才能像川普总统承诺的那样下降呢？贝森特、克里斯汀，真不行。虽然我喜欢你，但你就是喜欢挑肥拣瘦。美国官员就是这么任性，但好歹这次贝森特很懂礼节，没有说回去问你妈。第二个好消息，泰国和柬埔寨签署和平协议，仪式很有意思。泰国总理和柬埔寨首相坐在中间，川普和马来西亚总理安瓦尔分坐在两侧，4人同时签署，搞得美国也是当事国一样。人们鼓掌，特不靠谱，向大家展示签字文件，笑得最灿烂。但这很川普，因为川普已经一再标榜是自己促成了泰柬和平。白宫就宣称26日签署的是一个历史性的和平协议。美国国务卿卢比奥更是对特不靠谱大吹法罗说，和平总统的工作仍在继续，在川普的领导下和马来西亚总理的努力下，东南亚已经走上了一条通往和平、稳定与繁荣的道路。不知道泰国和柬埔寨相信不相信，反正美国已经相信了，但这对东南亚来说确实是一件好事。围绕着边境争端领土，泰国和柬埔寨今年多次发生冲突，甚至有士兵在交火中丧生。中国和美国都进行了积极斡旋，促成双方达成了和解协议。有时候和平并非源于深刻的觉悟，而只是时机与利益恰好交汇的一瞬。但川普更追求宏大场面，所以这次亚洲之行，他的第一个重大外交活动就是出席泰柬两国签字仪式。今年的诺贝尔和平奖没拿到，他一直耿耿于怀。明年的诺奖，挪威你看着办吧。也讲一个插曲，马来西亚总理给川普讲了一个地狱级的黑色幽默，调侃川普是一个乐于打破规则的总统。我们有很多共同点，我坐过牢，而你也差点进去了。刚才还哈哈大笑的川普表情很尴尬。 第3件事，中印恢复飞机直航，首趟航班由印度电缆航空直飞，从26日从加尔各答飞广州，算起来这也是5年来中印间的首次直航。从11月起，中印还将开通新德里至上海和广州的航线。印度与我们香港地区已有定期航班，还是挺让人感慨的。2个邻国，而且是世界上2个人口最多的国家，还是上合组织和金砖国家的成员。本来每月有500个航班，但最后一趟都没有了。不得不说，这里面有印度特殊的心结。我看到有外媒就说，除了取消直航航班外，印度还限制中国投资，禁止数百款中国应用程序进入印度市场。此外，印度深化了与美国主导的4方安全对话联盟的关系，旨在制衡中国在亚太地区的影响力。结果呢，印度碰了一鼻子灰，特不靠谱。上台后，美印关系恶化，川普对印度加征50%关税，被印度人认为是背后一刀，中印关系开始改善。印度商务部数据显示，印度上月自中国进口额升至110多亿美元，较2024年9月增长16%多。印度对华出口额为14.7亿美元，规模相对较小，但同比增长约34%。日前印度排灯节，中印边境部队还互赠了糖果。中国驻印度大使馆发言人说，交换糖果展现了双方的善意，地缘如棋，落子未必无悔，但懂得转身也是一种智慧。中印关系又前进了一步，这无疑是大好事。当然，这个世界好事坏事都不少。川普与巴西总统卢拉会见，谈得还不错。美国暗示不排除解除对巴西50%的部分关税。俄罗斯试射核动力巡航导弹海燕，射程无限制。普京大喜，这是世界上独一无二的产品。东盟正式接纳东帝汶成为东盟成员国，以后就是东盟11国，而不是10国了。东帝汶总理签字时喜极而泣。巴基斯坦警告，相信阿富汗也渴望和平，但巴基斯坦的耐心即将耗尽。如果双方在伊斯坦布尔会谈未能达成协议，2国将陷入公开战争。还有，不排除一系列戏剧性的事件，比如川普已公开表态，朝鲜领导人肯定知道他要去韩国，他希望2人能再见面，只是没什么联系方式，请记者们多转达。怎么看？今天就讲一点个人的感慨吧，可能有点杂乱。这个世界我们现在唯一可以确定的就是它的不确定性，尤其是考虑到大网红总统川普在场。所以最糟糕的时候你未必真糟糕，不排除只是黎明前的黑暗。历史从不笔直向前，它总在曲折中寻找出路。比如美国的各种极限威胁，我们害怕吗？根本不怕，而且越来越适应。所以打，奉陪到底，谈，大门敞开。所以我们看到了一轮轮精彩的博弈，心惊肉跳，但真是荡气回肠。这才是谈判的艺术。世界变了，很多国家也不得不随之而变。所以印度在各种折腾之后，发现还被美国各种打脸，于是中印关系加快改善。印度如此，很多国家亦然。对于川普，各国更找到了适应之法。各种轰检，你喜欢我拍你，我就拍你；你喜欢我大排场，我就大排场；你喜欢我来签字，我就来签字。当然，承诺了就一定遵守吗？签字了就一定能落实吗？改善了就不会再恶化吗？这个世界谁又敢保证？川普就100个不相信，不然他也不会对加拿大一会加征关税25%，一会又35%，一气之下看到广告片再加征10%。尽管美加墨可是有白纸黑字贸易契约的。这个世界我们还是淡定一点吧，做好自己的事情，怕什么东西南北风？祸兮福之所以，福兮祸之所伏。折腾吧，就让他们尽情折腾吧。再过3年，我们会怀念这段时光的，充满了戏剧性。哦，还有各种好消息和廉价的笑声。
Is there any differences from previous round talking? Any differences or breakthrough from the previous ones?
Well, I'm not going to get ahead of the president, but I think we have the very substantial negotiations here, and there will be some new nuance to them.
Secretary, will the trade truce be extended?
Sorry?
Will the trade truce be extended?
They're coming out of this meeting, I would say yes, but that is, at the end of the day, President Trump's decision.
Well, this is so exciting because we did something that a lot of people said couldn't be done, and we saved maybe millions of lives on this one peace deal itself. And I'll tell you what makes me so happy is the 2 countries we're dealing with, and the third that helped so much. I appreciate so much. Maybe it couldn't have been done without you, but they really like each other. I'm not used to that when I do these deals. Usually there's a lot of hatred. They liked each other. So it made it a little bit easier. But millions of people are alive today because of this peace treaty. So before I begin, I want to extend our deepest condolences to the Prime Minister, Newton, as well as His Majesty, the King of Thailand, and the entire nation on the passing of Her Majesty, Queen Sirikhet, the Queen Mother, and a beautiful, incredible woman who is so respected all over the world, actually respected. I know the people of Thailand will remember her forever as the embodiment of dignity, kindness, and grace. This just happened. But this is a woman who was so loved and respected. Today we honor the memory by bringing the blessing of peace to the nation she dearly loved. She loved this nation like few people love their nations. This is a momentous day for all of the people of Southeast Asia as we sign a historic agreement to end the military conflict between Cambodia and Thailand. And we're so honored to be involved in that. It was so important to me. Two great countries, but they were going at it. I want to congratulate the two courageous leaders, and that's what they are. They were courageous, who are taking this monumental step. Prime Minister Hun Manet and Prime Minister Newton. I also want to thank Prime Minister Anwar of Malaysia. I called him right at the beginning and I said, you have two countries that are fighting right next to you. We need a third place. We need a sort of a neutral place, right? And he was there, and I said to him, if we get this solved, I'm coming to your country. And I told the truth, didn't I? A lot of times they say that, and that's the last you ever see. But I felt I had an obligation to come because you were so great, and the two men alongside of you are so great. Historic figures now. They're really historic figures. So I felt it was an obligation I had. I told it to you. That was about a year ago, and all of this has taken place. It's been so beautiful to see. It had started, and there was a lot of killing. And then when we got it stopped very quickly in this case, some we did in 32 years. It took 32 years to get them stopped. They were fighting for a long time. This was very nasty, but it was stopped very quickly before it started. And the two leaders have great respect for each other. But the Prime Minister played a very important role in helping convene the two sides for discussions here in Kuala Lumpur. Earlier this year, an armed clash broke out along the border of these two countries. Really ancient countries by most standards. They've been long time, tremendous cultures, resulting in numerous deaths and thousands and thousands of people displaced from their homes. It was starting because of America's strong commitment to stability and peace in this region and every region where we can do it. My administration immediately began working to prevent the conflict from escalating. I held phone calls with both leaders. I was actually at Turnberry in Scotland when I did this. And we had a lot of phone calls, the three of us and then the four of us. We had a lot of phone calls. It was a beautiful day. I remember how beautiful it was. Turnberry is a great place, but I said, this is much more important than playing around the Gulf. So we sat there all day long making phone calls, and it was amazing the way it came together very quickly. I mean, really very quickly. You caused me very good entertainment. I could have had a lot of fun, but this is much more fun for me than anything having to do with almost anything, because you're saving people and you're saving countries. But ask them to choose the path of prosperity and peace over needless bloodshed and war. At the end of July, after extremely productive discussions, we reached a ceasefire agreement. And now these gentlemen, and they really are gentlemen, high-quality people, both went to college in the United States, and now these gentlemen are about to sign what we're calling the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accords. Good name. Both countries are agreeing to cease all hostilities and work to build good neighborly relationships, which have already started. 18 Cambodian prisoners of war will be released, and under this agreement, observers from ASEAN countries, including Malaysia, will be deployed to make sure that the peace prevails and endures. I have no doubt that it will. We have another situation like that right now in the Middle East, and Gaza. You might have read a little bit about Gaza, and that's another one we're very proud of. But we have a lot of people watching that. A lot of people. I think this is a much different kind of a thing. The two countries are getting along really well. Today, alongside this peace treaty, we also are signing a major trade deal with Cambodia and a very important critical minerals agreement with Thailand. The United States will have a robust commerce and cooperation transactions, lots of them, with both nations as long as they live in peace. And I really feel that when we make deals, we see two countries that we do a lot of business with. We do a lot of business with both of them. We have to use that business to make sure they don't get into wars. But this is going to be a very long peace. So as you know, this is one of 8 wars that my administration has ended in just 8 months. We're averaging one a month. There is only one left, although I heard that Pakistan and Afghanistan have started up, but I'll get that solved very quickly. I know them both, and the Pakistan, the Field Marshal and the Prime Minister are great people, and I have no doubt we're going to get that done quickly. That one started up a few days ago. And I just feel it's something I can do. I do it nicely. I don't need to do it, I guess, but if I can take time and save millions of lives, that's really a great thing. I can't think of anything better to do. But the 8 wars that my administration has ended in just 8 months, there's never been anything like that. Never. There never will be either. I can't think of any president that ever solved one war. I don't think anybody. They start wars, they don't solve them. So nothing like this has been done in history, and it's an honor to be involved. On behalf of the United States, I'm proud to help settle this conflict and really develop good friendships, including people that work with each team. Look at these very distinguished people, except for my people. My people are much less distinguished, but they're very good. But look, my people understand the joke. But look at these very distinguished people, and I've gotten to know them. I want to thank Marco Rubio for being here, who's great. You always help. He's born for this job. He really was. He was born for this job. Secretary of State Jameson, thank you very much for all you did on helping too. He's the foremost expert on trade, and we're going to be doing another couple of stops where we'll be talking about no war, just pure trade. We'll be talking to President a day. We'll be stopping at Japan. We'll be stopping at South Korea. And we'll be doing some other things, but they're more related to trade. But on behalf of the United States, I'm proud to help settle this conflict and forge a future for the region where proud independent nations can prosper and thrive. Safety, security, and peace. It's an amazing thing that's happened to the United States because a year and a half ago, we were a dead country. We were actually a dead country, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And when I called you, we were in the process of becoming hot. It's actually quite a while right now, but we were sort of on our way. And we had won the election big in a massive amount. And so I was respected when I called you, and it was a little bit easier. I think it's easier when you respect somebody than if you don't respect somebody. If you don't respect somebody, it never happens. But I won't forget that day because it was one of the first wars that I got involved in. And I love doing it. It's like, I shouldn't say it's a hobby because it's so much more serious than a hobby, but it's something that I'm good at, and it's something I love to do. The United Nations should be doing this, but they don't do it. They don't do it. They turned off my teleprompter when I made a speech. I had to make a speech without a teleprompter. They're good at that. The escalator wasn't working too well. It came to a complete halt. But, the United Nations has such great potential. I wish they could do it. They didn't get involved with us at all. We just did the deal and reported the deal, and everybody was sort of amazed that we got it done so quickly and so nicely. But now I'd like to ask Prime Minister Anwar to say a few words, and then we'll hear from Prime Minister Hun Manet and Prime Minister Newton. And these are, I just have to say it for a last time, these are incredible men. The way they came together, the way they worked so hard, and we worked long hours. It was not long days because the days were few in number, but the hours were very long and very intense. There was a lot of intensity going on because there was a lot of shooting happening while we were talking. That brings it to a new level. And the three men sitting there should really be credited with having done just an incredible job for humanity. Thank you all very much. It's an honor to have worked with you. Appreciate it. Please.
Thank you, President Donald J. Trump.